The phone can ring anytime. And Jim said, I need you for a couple of days now.
My first question is, after the death of Quaritch, the RDA built a new avatar for him with his memories, and I suppose it was a very time and cost-intensive process, but I suppose it could be done again if they wanted to. So I wondered, would you be interested in seeing an army of Quaritches taking over Pandora?
Yeah, that's what a strange concept that really is. I don't think you could do an army of Quaritches. You're talking about cloning, I think, at this point. They're not gonna. The avatar model is extremely expensive. Quaritch is an exclusive model, basically. He's sort of how do I put it? The Maserati of of avatars. But I don't see any particular chance of there being multiple Quaritch. I find the idea
like a Tesla. You just can't come in.
I find the idea, like a Tesla, more like a Prius. There are Priuses all over the road. You can't. It's just not going to happen. With Quaritch is a singular guy. You can't manufacture that kind of charisma, that kind of charm, that kind of colorful nature. You can't duplicate that dude. Don't you know that?
But it would be like Buzz Lightyear in the Toy Story movies, always like a reset. They have his memory.
Buzz Lightyear. You're the Buzz Lightyear.
I'm like Buzz Lightyear. I'm not like Buzz Lightyear. Now, you could do it, of course, with Sully.
I know. Cool,
Sully's sort of a really,
Buzz Lightyear. I like it.
Yeah. I don't. Yeah. Does that not answer your question?
No.
the way I wanted to.
No, I'm happy with that answer.
I'm glad you're happy. If you're happy, I'm happy.
Okay. Now, Quaritch is, of course, the villain of all Avatar movies to this point, but I suppose it could be happening that he finds his heart, like it was already sometimes in the previous movies, and he will fight side by side with Jake Sully. Would you be interested in this team-up, or do you like this good-bad dynamic?
Why don't you ask him something?
Keep going.
It's also a question for him.
I go where the saga takes us, and I mean, I think at this point it's about survival. It's about remaining on mission, however, he defines the mission in the moment. If it requires teaming up with Sully, he'll do it. If it requires putting a knife into Sully's back, he'll do that as well. That's kind of one of the cool things about Quaritch. He's got pretty much a sliding sense of morality,
Now, Jake Sully has a lot of combat experience, and it's very useful, but he has a lot of problems with his emotions, I think, because he always suppresses his anger, his sadness, and when you watch the movie, it's a little bit frustrating, but also it's interesting. And can you relate with him when he isn't able to be sad together with Neytiri, but he just does the next plans for the war?
Well, he's human.
Yeah, sure.
You know what I mean? She's a Na'vi, so the Na'vi are more primal. They're more. There's no kind of guard with their emotions. I think that's what they teach you. If you look, when Quaritch becomes a Na'vi, he actually seems to become, more comes out of him, more is exposed. I think in Fire and Ash, Jake goes back to his default, almost, this human way of dealing with grief, which is locking up your emotions. He's arguing with his son. It's not as clear or as heartfelt as, say, the second film. He's struggling with that. With his marriage, he's struggling. So these are kind of a human way of looking at these kind of bigger themes, rather than him taking what he's learned about the Na'vi way from Avatar and Avatar Way of Water, which would probably help him. Yeah.
Okay, one final question. There was a lot of preparation for these movies, like shooting arrows, diving, all of that stuff. But now it has been a few years since you shot the movies, and when you do movie 4 and 5, Do you need a little crash course again, or are you still able to do all of that stuff?
The great thing about this movie was 2 and 3 was one script when I read it. And you know, when we filmed them, we didn't film them back to back. We filmed them concurrently. So whatever was going on and journeying in 2 definitely rubbed over into 3, especially emotionally. And we did a crash course. You do. It's you know, we learn all the stuff that Na'vi has to do. If we get the opportunity to continue the saga, because I think at the moment it's very rounded out as a great trilogy. But if Jim wants to expose us and to tell more stories in this world, then you know, I know that the way that we do these movies is definitely, we have to do everything for real. We ride the horses, we go underwater. It's not like it's animated. We do everything. So depending on where Jim takes the saga is going to depend on what training we get to do.
We've been associated with this film for a long time. And what I've learned is that I kind of treat the times we're not shooting or we're not actively involved in it as kind of the off season. And I personally find that I actually probably work harder.
Train more in the
I work
off-season.
harder in the off season than I do in the on season because when we're shooting, it takes all your energy, all everything. But in the off season, because over the years, what I've learned is the phone can ring anytime. And Jim said, I need you for a couple of days now. I don't want to be caught, out of shape or anything like that. So the preparation goes on and will go on, into the
it's not like
undetermined
it's not
future.
like when we film it just finishes. It doesn't work that way. We do an 18-month block, say, but then Jim will keep calling us. So you're like a doctor on call. You got to have your skills all up, man, because he can call you any time of the day and say, hey man, I've come up with a really great concept, or I want to expand and journey down this path. So even last year we were filming this. So it's
funny. I don't even like to go in with my hair long or anything. You know what I mean? I get very, very sort of focused about it. I like to really be Quaritch when I can.
See, if you had an army of Quaritch, if you had all these clones, it'd be a lot easier.
I'm starting to like that idea much more. It's a whole lot of me's.
That you can delegate.
Yeah. It's not in the cards, though.
Okay. Well, great. Thank you so much.
Well, you're a good fella. Thank you very much.